Kauai is no longer a volcano, and sheltered beaches are dotted around the island for families and snorkelers. Natural wading pools are often teeming with fish and other sea life. The rocks on this part of the coast funnel the waves to create a spectacular sight. The spouting horn can propel seawater over 6 metres into the air. Large ocean animals are a regular sight of Kauai. Humpback whales pass through this part of the Pacific to breed. And Hawaiian monk seals are often taking a break on the sand. Kauai's beauty also owes a lot to the local culture. Churches, restaurants and even shopping centres are often made from traditional wooden buildings. The reefs just offshore are sparkling with colourful sea life. And it's all surrounded by tropical trees, vines and flowers. Here's our world's best beaches rating for Kauai. Sunshine is all year round with some tropical showers, 4 shells. The sea is a blissful 24 to 26 degrees almost everywhere, another 4 shells. The water clarity is also close to perfect, 4 shells. The sand scores a perfect 5. Head west for the best breakers, 4 shells. Lovely old villages score 4 shells. Food outlets vary depending on the beach, 3 shells. Classic palm-fringed beaches, 4 shells. Wildlife is abundant above and below water, 4 shells. Kauai is not overcrowded with tourists, 3 shells for medium exclusivity. With a possible maximum of 50, a grand total for this idyllic island of Kauai is 39 shells. A city by the sea with hours of sunshine and warm weather all through the year. And more movie stars per square metre than anywhere else on Earth. Los Angeles, home of Hollywood, Beverly Hills and Rodeo Drive. But the rich and famous wouldn't choose to live here if there wasn't somewhere stylish to cool off in the sea. The beach closest to all the LA hotspots has been an icon for a century. Santa Monica. The pier has been here for over 100 years with the latest rides and attractions. Countless movies have been shot at Santa Monica, including Iron Man, Beverly Hills Cop and Forrest Gump. Los Angeles is infamous for its traffic and smog, but out here, cool breezes from the ocean keep the air clear and healthy. The locals are dedicated to keeping their beachside community pristine. They've had a sustainable city plan since 1994, aiming for alternative energy, recycling and independence from the main power grid by 2020. Which means that the beach at Santa Monica will remain one of the cleanest beaches in the USA. But to really mix in with the LA jet set, there's only one beach. The Boo, as it's called by the locals, is Beverly Hills on the sea. Malibu is a 34-kilometre strip of Pacific coastline where living on the beach is taken quite literally. Many of these houses are owned by film stars or high-flying executives in the entertainment industry. The shopping mall is packed with designer labels and glamorous people with price tags to match. Malibu is a public beach, and visitors don't need a cent to enjoy the sand and sea. But it's not the glitterati that makes Malibu a world-class stretch of sand. People come here from all over the world for one thing. Surfrider Beach became the world's first surfing reserve in 2010. The waves here are consistent, long, and sometimes huge. Non-surfers be warned. There's one downside to great surf: rip currents. Swimmers should talk to the lifeguards before going into the water. After all, the point in coming to Malibu is to say you can swim with the stars. One of LA's most beautiful beaches is only reachable by boat, but it's well worth the journey. A 1-hour ferry ride will take you to the remarkable world of Santa Catalina Island. It's been famous for smuggling, gold digging and Hollywood mysteries. But now, Catalina is known for its incredible clear water and beautiful setting. Around 4,000 people live here permanently, most of them in the lovely harbourside town of Avalon. The first thing you notice is the peace and quiet. There are almost no cars on the island, so travel is by bicycle, golf cart or boat. The main attraction, apart from the stunning harbour, is the Old Avalon Theatre. An incredible attention to detail has gone into this building. The roof of the auditorium is designed for perfect acoustics. The pipe organ works perfectly and is played every weekend. The clouds above the proscenium arch are covered in real gold. The big band ballroom is just as impressive. Back on the quayside, boat trips stand by to reveal what's unique about this island. The beds of sea kelp are breeding grounds for countless fish, and the clear sea makes them easy to spot from the surface. Garibaldi fish, opal eyes and calico bass can be seen swimming through the kelp in massive shoals. The sea here also holds a secret. Actress Natalie Wood drowned in these waters while on a boat trip with her husband, Robert Wagner. The circumstances of her death are still under investigation. Catalina is dotted with pretty beaches. Some are a strange silvery colour thanks to crystals of quartz in the sand. The main beach by the harbour is perfect for people with small children. The soft sand and calm sea are perfectly complemented with lots of places to go for a delicious family treat. How does the City of Angels rate on our beachometer? Sunshine? Loads. 5 shells. Water temperature? Well, it is the Pacific, so it can be cool. 3 shells. The clarity is surprisingly good for an urban area. 4 shells. The sand is mostly soft. 4 shells. There is excellent surf on the LA coast. 5 shells. And the buzz of the Hollywood lifestyle can't be beaten. 5 shells. Luxury is also all around. Another 5 shells. The setting away from Catalina is flat and urban. 2 shells. And the wildlife on the mainland is also not a big thing. 3 shells. The Los Angeles beaches are all public and can be crowded. 1 shell for exclusivity, which gives the incredible variety of the beaches in and around LA a total of 37 shells.
What is it about danger that draws us to it?
Everest is another beast altogether.
An adrenaline rush.
Hi, whole team. Made it up, yeah? Aha. island is full of jagged mountains, dark jungles, and terrifying creatures.
Go on an adrenaline rush weekend with City on 5.
They've been hit by a storm, Jan. It's really bad.
Everest, today at 6:30 p.m. on 5. A revolutionary series that explores the most successful group of animals on the planet, bugs.
The arthropods.
Pioneering microscopic filmmaking techniques are used, allowing us to see these creatures up close
The way they fight and feed.
and be amazed by the behaviors and living conditions of these micro monsters that are normally hidden from the human eye. Written and presented by David Attenborough.
Welcome to a strange and dangerous world.
Micro Monsters premieres tonight, 9:30 on 5.
Clarity, translucency, radiance, fairness. All because of Shakura, the whitening and pigmentation specialist from Japan. Consists of milk essence and roselle. Shakura Miracle Whitening Treatment effectively reduces melanin, lightens pigmentation. It brightens skin in just 90 minutes. For a spotless, fairer skin. Shakura. Chinese New Year giveaway. SMS now to enjoy one free Shakura Miracle Whitening Treatment and products. SMS SE, name to 75858 to 75858.
Every October, hundreds from around the world compete for the next champion racehorse at Europe's premier yearling auction.
If two very rich people want to own the best horse in the world, that horse's value could be limitless.
But the bloodstock business can be the ultimate game of risk and reward for the people who work in it.
The horse is going to walk out, and if he doesn't make an impression, your work is in vain.
Real Deal, Tuesday on Channel News Asia.
Channel 5 presents Fam, your must-see Tuesday comedic relief.
This is Singapore's most famous internet family.
In the pursuit of popularity,
I expect nothing but the best from you.
would you choose fame over family?
Why are we even competing? Because competition is age or two to decide the winner from the loser. You
Watch, laugh, and hashtag as a family. Fam, Tuesday at 9:30 on 5. You can binge watch all episodes for free on Toggle.
Behind the greatest love story ever told
One for you and one for me. This way we'll never be separated.
lies a tragedy in Sarajevo.
I thought we jadi macam isteri yang dahulu. I'm still your wife.
everyone that loves me, lie to me.
Can the place he once found love redeem the love that he had lost? Hilang Kasih di Sarajevo debuts 9th January, Wednesday 9:30 p.m. on Surya.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin!
Showtime! 没有化妆有什么好怕的？有些人没化妆才可怕。
Chosen 12 for a challenging task.
请问哪里不一样？现在是黄色的。
Lights, Camera Singapore, Tuesdays, 10 p.m. on 5. You can also watch it on Toggle at the same time.
One of the richest cities in the USA also has one of its most beautiful beaches. A warm ocean current means this beach is swimmable and sunbathable all through the year. But the thing that makes it really stand out is the vibrant local culture. Miami Beach, an Art Deco wonderland with a 24-hour glamour lifestyle. It also has the best Latin vibe north of Mexico City, thanks to a fascinating group of refugees. is home to people who fled the communist government in Cuba. It's now very much a slice of Cuba in the USA. This is the place for the best coffee in town. Miami is on the tip of the USA's most southern mainland state, Florida. The beach itself runs the length of a barrier island, which divides the port of Miami from the beautiful blue Atlantic Ocean. And the sand is true coral sand, made from limestone, laid down 100 million years ago. So it's soft, white, and feels lovely between the toes. The sea is kept warm by the Gulf Stream, a large current of water which flows from the coast of Africa and through the Caribbean before it reaches Florida. Seasons here are marked by wet and dry. The weather is hot and humid from May to October and warm and dry the other half of the year. Whatever the season, Miami Beach is perfect for people watching. And the sea is perfect for fish watching. The subtropical waters here are a haven for over 200 species of fish, as well as giant blue land crabs and sea turtles. And they're home to a threatened species, the manatee. These giant mammals thrive in the seagrass beds of the Florida Plateau. Just south of Miami Beach is an iconic natural feature of Miami, Biscayne Bay. The bay is a natural park and contains hundreds of barrier islands. They each provide protection to countless plants and animals. But there's one national park here that's world famous for its bird life, swamps, and alligators. The Everglades. This giant tropical wetland begins where the city of Miami ends. The water here is one giant river, 100 kilometres wide. It flows at less than 1 kilometre a day. Special boats are needed to navigate these waters. Miami is next door to one other spectacular natural feature, a stunning string of coral islands, the Florida Keys. Over 60 islands make up the archipelago. They're all exposed portions of an ancient coral reef. A living reef runs along the island chain, teeming with tropical fish and other exotic sea life. This is the third largest barrier reef system in the world. And it's all connected by an impressive man-made feature. Despite hurricanes and tropical heat, US Highway 1 uses giant bridges to connect the Keys for 150 kilometres. Miami Beach itself is a rich collection of sights and sounds. South Beach is the heart of the action, known as Sobe to the locals. Spanish is spoken here more often than English, and the food is a sizzling mix of Latin, Caribbean, and American cuisine. And on Ocean Drive, the perfect symbol of Miami decadence is open to visitors. The Villa is a mansion that belonged to fashion designer Gianni Versace. The steps where he was gunned down are a macabre photo opportunity. Miami Beach is a unique experience where the city meets the ocean. A vibrant stretch of sand and sea, which could well make it one of the best beaches in the world. So, how does it score? The sun shines all year round, but a mild summer rainy season, 4 shells. The sea goes up from 20 degrees over winter to 28 in the summer, 3 shells. Water visibility is sometimes affected by surf and pollution, 3 shells. The sand is mostly pure white quartz, a heavenly 5 shells. The waves are great for beginner and intermediate surfers, 3 shells. Miami is a thriving city with over-pumped US beach culture, 4 shells. Miami Beach has bars, restaurants and top-end shops, 4 shells for luxury. The setting is completely urban, 3 shells for its deco style. The wildlife competes with human population pressures, 1 shell. Peak season here is the US winter. Avoid this time to minimise crowds, 1 shell. Miami Beach is our top beach on mainland USA and scores 31 shells.
Buckle up, you're in for a musical ride with James Corden and his superstar friends. As they belt out their favorite hits. And the streets will come alive with the sound of music. Don't miss the funniest moments. Carpool Karaoke 2018 special tonight at 10:30 on 5. They made history on a Got Talent stage.
You are everything the show is all about.
And more will join them to be crowned.
America's Got Talent, the champion!
This is the Olympics of talent.
America's Got Talent, the champions. Premieres Wednesday, 9th January, 7:30 p.m. on 5. You can also watch other episodes of America's Got Talent, the champions on Toggle. Next on The Wish.
My name is Joseph and I'm 27 years old.
He was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer at the age of 19.
I was in poly then, but couldn't continue with my studies.
But he is determined to fulfill a promise he made to his late grandmother.
I told her, one day we'll both go to Japan, Hokkaido for a vacation.
The Wish, Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. on 5. You can watch it first on Toggle.
Get ready to take your first bite. Food Panda, it's the food you love at prices you love.
Be prosperous this Lunar New Year with 2 Bao Bao. Get one at $16.80 or all 3 at a special price of $40.80 from Popular Bookstore. Each plushie comes with a scratch and win card. Enjoy special discounts and stand a chance to win great prizes from participating sponsors during weekly and grand draw. Plus, you can get 2 Bao Bao when you make a purchase at MaxiCash or Ting. For more information, log on to 8world.com/LNY2019 now. And the all-new season of Meet the MP. Catch star-studded cameos from Alaric Tay, Urku, Daryl Young, Amina Appat, Elaine Jia, Itadi, Yuslina Yusuf, Ko Jingman, Bernard Tan, and Edwin Go. No matter who you are, MP Daniel Rosali is ready to serve you with love. Always. Meet the MP, all-new season. Premieres Tuesday the 22nd of January on 5. You can watch it first on Toggle.
The problem with many of the best beaches in the world is they are, of course, popular. A 5-hour flight from South America will take beach explorers far away from the crowds. These pure white sands are world famous. and very, very beautiful, and you hardly see a soul. That's because these beaches are famous for their iguanas and their penguins, pelicans, and sea lions. These are the Galapagos Islands. They might be revered for their incredible wildlife, but they also happen to have some of the best beaches on the planet. The beaches here could have been designed for the word pristine. There are no signs of human holidaymakers, and the water is clear, clean, and perfect for swimming. The Galapagos are UNESCO's first World Heritage Site, so they're one of the most protected places in the world. They're 1,000 kilometres from the nearest continent, so the sea is completely untainted by pollution. The view below the surface is exhilarating. The Galapagos Islands rise where 3 ocean currents meet, so the variety of underwater life is incredible. Giant manta rays sail through, as well as white-tipped reef sharks and the strange-looking sunfish. This is right on the equator, so the rainbow of corals and tropical fish is just staggering. Water temperatures here range from 22 to 25 degrees. Back on the surface, boat tours travel to the Bolivar Channel, a meeting place for at least 16 species of whale. These sperm whales live around the islands permanently. The beaches on the Galapagos are a unique experience. Despite their unbeatable beauty, only a few people come here. On Isabella Island, the view inland from the beach is equally spectacular. Vulcan Wolf towers over the island, and it's still active. The slopes of the volcano are home to the Galapagos' most supersized native, the giant tortoise. These gentle creatures can live for 300 years, and they only live here. It's just possible one of these tortoises may have met the young Charles Darwin on his expedition to these islands. They may have been the actual animals Darwin used to form his world-changing theory of evolution. To be certain of sharing your perfect patch of sand with a local resident, Volterra Island is the spot. The beaches are sometimes crowded, but never with people. Volterra is the home of the world's only oceanic lizard, the marine iguana. It's also home to the wonderful blue-footed boobies and hundreds of very friendly spotted seals. There is nowhere in the world where humans can get this close to wildlife in their natural state. These animals have never encountered predators on the land, so they're happy for people to hang around. Fernandina Island is one of the youngest islands in the Galapagos and the most volatile. 10 volcanic eruptions have blasted the island in the last 50 years. one as recently as 2008. Despite the lunar landscape, some of the beaches are gorgeous. Visitors are limited to a small number each year by the National Park Authority. The Galapagos are not your regular beach destination. There are no restaurants or bars outside the towns. There are no sun umbrellas or jet skis. And they're not easy to get to. But that might just make them on top of the list for the best beach in the world. Despite being smack bang on the equator, mist and showers are common. 3 shells for sunshine. The water can be cool when the Humboldt current flows in. 3 shells. This is pretty much the cleanest beach in the world. A sparkling 5 shells. The sand is pristine, soft, and a range of colours. 5 fabulous shells. Puerto Ayora is a small Ecuadorian town with loads of character. 3 shells. There are few luxuries on the beach themselves. 2 shells. The stunning ocean and island scenery are almost unbeatable. 5 shells. No beach in the world has more wildlife. 5 shells. Some of the islands are accessible to surfers. 3 shells. These are probably the most exclusive public beaches on the planet. 5 shells. The Galapagos Islands scores a world-class 39 shells. The scores are all in for the very best beach in the Americas. The results are very close. In 3rd place with 38 shells is a Mexican gem, the perfect sea and surroundings of Cabo San Lucas. The first prize is shared by 2 beaches. One is famous for getting up close to wildlife, 39 shells for the Galapagos Islands. The other winner for the world's best beach in the Americas, also scoring 39 shells, is another Pacific jewel, the heavenly Hawaiian island of Kauai. Congratulations to both beaches.
This is not your typical food show.
We're not on the hunt for the stall with the longest queue.
Or the hawker with the most celebrity selfies.
Instead, I'm on the lookout for hawker stalls that are on the brink of disaster.
The only thing that got stung was my tongue. I feel let down.
The main component of the dish, for me, is executed really badly.
And to get these hawkers back on their feet, we put them through some rigorous training helmed by some of the most famous chefs in Singapore.
Can our celebrity chefs get the hawkers' businesses back on track? Don't want you.
Are they willing to learn?
Your step is strong, remember? Soup like chili.
We decided to give up.
Spend quite a large amount discussing quite a bit.
So it's because of us. I already said okay. I shut my mouth okay.
I didn't waste my time.
All night on.
Buzzing Hawkers! the best ones. But those with bad food, bad location, or simply bad luck. And now I'm starting my mission in one of the busiest parts of town. Now let's get one thing straight, guys. I love my food, and today I'm in one of the hottest lunch venues of the CBD, the Tanjung Pagar Plaza Market and Food Center. This market is packed with stalls serving a typical hawker fare. Look at all this amazing food in front of me, and I can't wait to start eating some of it. Alright, now the first thing I realize I'm not even allowed to eat it because the camera adds 10 pounds and I can't look fat on TV, right? See, the thing is, healthy food options in the coffee shops and the hawker centers are quite difficult to come by. And that's why today's stall needs some rescuing. What the Fish serves up a variety of fish dishes. A good catch for the health-conscious office folks in this area, isn't it? Now you think you couldn't go wrong if you open a food stall in the Tanjung Pagar area, right? I mean, you've got the office crowd, they've got the spending power. In fact, What the Fish even has a nice little write-up online. While it's easy to find a stall online, offline, it's almost impossible. We finally found this place tucked away in the second floor of an HDB estate, but there seems to be a lot of people there. So why is it that What the Fish needs our help again? Almost every stall here seems to have a queue, except for What the Fish. Now I've been walking around for a while now and I don't see anybody eating food from their stall. What is the problem with them? I can't seem to tell. Hey guys, when you come here, what do you normally eat?
This Yong Tau Fu over there.
Yong Tau Fu?
Beside the Yong Tau Fu place, there's like this fish stall. Have you seen that before?
Yeah.
But never tried?
Never tried.
Why?
Because usually we come during a lunch crowd quite packed, so this is the fastest we will get.
Why? Have you ever tried to stall What the Fish?
No.
Have you seen it? Don't know anything about it.
Don't know anything about it.
I've tried What the Fish. I find it's very unique. It's not like really long queue, but I think because the preparation, people can't wait.
So here's the lowdown. What the Fish has higher prices, longer waiting times, and some people aren't even aware that the stall actually exists. What is the problem? I just can't seem to tell. Keep it in line. It's up to you to get this rescue mission started.
It's our first day on the job and I'm all pumped up for this challenge.
Today, Rishi has found us a Western food stall that specializes in all things fish.
Sounds like there's some fishy business going on. Let's investigate.
How long have you been here? What the Fish?
Yeah, for almost 2 years.
What did you guys usually do for? I used to sell tiramisu.
I was helping my cousin sell Thai tea at the time. So we were doing a pop-up at the Singapore Art Museum. So we were to go there, so that's where we met.
Oh, so you're just friends, so you're not husband and wife, yeah? Okay.
Okay, we're not that salted. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's a very common misunderstanding.
Oh, okay. So is it successful so far?
So.
Below expectations.
Yeah. Not ideal to pay ourselves.
Are you losing money?
Some months we lose a bit, some months make a bit, so it balances out.
Break even?
Yeah, but even but not counting our salary.
Oh, because you make money to pay for the rent.
Most of I will just spend for myself. And sometimes because here we don't open on Saturday, so I have to resort to like working part-time outside just to feed myself.
Bobby and Laura's outer dreams never really took off. For the past 2 years, they've earned barely enough to break even. They even have turned to running pop-up stalls over the weekends just to supplement their income. After paying off the rent, maintenance fees, and cost of ingredients, all that's left is $300 for Bobby's monthly expenses, while Laura, who has husband's income to fall back on, ultimately, what's the problem with what the fish?
I think we are not fast enough.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we are too slow, we have to turn away customers. Because for them, lunchtime is very short and very fast. Because sometimes like the whole swarm of them just come. Like if my orders, I can't really pick up fast enough.
If this persists, will you guys close shop?
If this can work out, we will definitely continue. But it's like right now at the moment, you don't see any light, you don't see any sunrise.
So how long do you think you can go like this?
Actually, recently we have seen a bit more improvement, so
You still at home?
still at home, yeah.
My first impression of Bobby and Laura is that they're very new to the hawker scene. At the same time, they're full of passion and you can tell that they are very eager to pursue their dream.
To kickstart the rescue mission, we're calling it the Taste Squad. 3-man panel made up of known figures in the local community.
I think it's a really versatile ingredient to have in the kitchen because of the variety of different fishes. It presents the opportunity to create many different interesting dishes.
I think it's very promising that there's a lot of young hawkers out there who want to see. They're very passionate. Some of them are coming out with very innovative new things. Cooking fish is never easy. You've got whale, black, white fish. They all react differently to temperature and cooking methods. So you need to understand how they react and then really pay attention because you're cooking overcooking really quickly. Bobby and Laura have to serve up their star dishes to the Taste Squad. One of them will mentor the duo in a 2-day buzzing boot camp.
When I saw one of the chefs put the food on the mouth and the whole face just turned, I really want to keep it.
The spaghetti is nicely cooked, nicely seasoned. The fish, again, flavor is nice, but it's heavily overcooked. For me, salmon should be nice and pink in the middle. The cod, for me, I would ask where you're getting the fish from. For me, I know that's the frozen piece. So I would then question what the need of a frozen piece of fish is when you have an abundance of fresh fish.
The kind of cod that you're talking about, we can't afford to have it here.
Why can't you buy a cheaper fish that is fresh and treat it in the same way, with the same respect, and have a better dish?
I don't really agree with them saying we just go to the market to find fresh fish. We can't get it at that kind of price that they are getting because we are nobody.
The problem is when you call it cod, people have an impression of what they're getting, and this is not close to what people expect cod to be. The dish itself, I think the fish was just a little bit under-seasoned for me, and I know you're trying to make it healthy, but a little bit more oil and seasoning will actually make the dish tastier.
You probably struggle with repeat customers sometimes because, if I were to have it one time, I probably won't try it again. Execution a little bit under, quality of ingredients. I can't fault you whether it's your cooking skill or your ingredients. It's really under delivering for me. All great dishes start with the ingredients. If you are telling people a main item is fish, your fish has to be like the best for the 590 you can find.
So Chef Daniel will be your mentor chef. So are you Bobby and Laura going to become challenge?
Okay, wonderful. We also want to thank the other two members of our Taste Squad, Dr. Leslie and Chef Tim. Thank you for lending us your taste buds. Chef Daniel's first request as mentor is to examine their kitchen.
So Chef, this is like
Alright, it's a bit small, and you've got so many things that's going on the stove. I think you should try and see to minimize your menu and try to make it a bit more efficient.
Okay.
And also keep it clean. And then what do you do?
I bake dishes, so I'll take the order.
Okay.
Yeah, so that we can't be like walking back and forth the whole time. Because like we will be blocking the neighbors as well.
What I want to show them is the thought process. Change the mindset. I mean, I can change the menu for them, but it will not help them in the long run. What I want to really show them is that how to make it simple, keep it as simple as possible, and the kind of quality empty that you want to look at. This thing is covering half of the stall itself. You want to see what's happening, you want to see that there's a young chef, real entrepreneur cooking.
So why you put the board there? Because you must hide him.
Oh, you want to hide him? Why? Why you want to hide him?
Shy. On the contrary, I show face.
It's been very bad. They're not happy, then close
Admit that you're a bit temperamental.
Yeah, right.
You are the face, whether you like it or not, right? You have to show people your passion. I'm sure you got a lot of passion for it. Then you're going to show people that.
So I guess we need to go into our actual training.
Yes, and see if we can follow through with all those hard decisions that have been made so far.
So are you ready for our boot camp?